If you would like this morning, you could just kind of look out and about. And no matter where you're looking, there are possibilities. There are opportunities. They're everywhere. Most of the time, we are too busy and focused on something finite that we don't notice all the possibilities, all the opportunities. And these possibilities offer to us an endless direction, endless life experiences. But there's one little caveat to all those possibilities and opportunities. The first thing you have to do is get off your butt and do something. You can think about them forever, but unless you actually do something, it's not gonna ever happen. You've heard the old saying, what is that old saying?
Which one?
I don't know, it just left my head. It is that old, it just left. But, walking your talk. We can sit and talk about stuff a lot. We can sit and think about stuff, but until we take that first step, and wouldn't that be something, the next step? That's what the title of our talk is this morning. Until we take that step, until we make that move, until we actually do something, probably not much is going to happen. Not much is going to change. We aren't going to have any of those new unforeseen experiences that might be something like we've never had before. So let's walk some talk. We have opportunities and possibilities all around us. All we have to do is take that first step in almost any direction. And so it is. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Joy. Every Saturday I get an email from CNN Good Stuff. It is in response to all the bad news we see and hear in the media. It is a testament to all the good news there is out there, if only you would look for it. This is a poem by Mary Oliver that appeared in a recent email. It is untitled. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb.
Sure. Kathryn, thank you very much. I am so happy to see all of you here today. Welcome. And the reason I'm so happy is you actually all decided to come here. That's so much easier than me having to go door to door. I've thought a lot about this week, especially in the busy weeks. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
And let's start with some announcements. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Healing Circle right here,
Yes.
7 till 8 something. Thursday group. This Thursday or next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
A week from Thursday, okay. Today we are having, last night we had a wonderful cabaret. The Bluebirds were there. It was just knock down, drag them out fun and joy. It was everywhere. And today we're having potluck. And after potluck, we're going to have like a mini annual meeting. We're going to talk about stuff. There's a whole agenda of stuff to go through and discuss and maybe start making some plans and seeing what happens. there are opportunities abounding, and we're going to have a chance to take some steps forward this afternoon.
Sounds like a mini annual.
It's a mini annual, it'll be a fun annual meeting. We won't have to listen to any of those boring minister reports or treasurer's reports, none of that stuff, so. I'd like to take a couple minutes. First, are there any other announcements about anything going on? It looks like we're actually going to get our new floor 2 weeks from yesterday in the hall. Bonnie?
I have a neighbor who is suffering her second bout of cancer.
Okay.
Her name is Cassandra.
Sandra?
I'd just like a
Okay. All right, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. We have Sandra. We're going to spend a few minutes and send out our light. Joy's mother is in the process of transition right now. It's very difficult for her family. Barbara Callahan still is not doing very well at all. And Kelly.
And my sister-in-law's mother is in serious shape right now.
Okay, what is her name?
B.
B.
B-A.
Okay, so let's take some time and share this divine light, this light of love and safety and the highest good. And let's send that light out. And if you can think of a name that needs it, once you say the name, that actually puts direction to it, puts purpose to it. So for Sandra and B and Joy and Barbara and anybody else, just say the name as we're sending our light, and we will share in the energy and the light. And so is the highest good and the light of the divine. Thank you. Well, I think we should sing a song. How about in this very room, there's enough of everything this world might need right here. You can stand up if you like.
Yeah, it's just, it's like putting on slippers and cowboy boots.
That's it. I don't have to tie shoes. It's easier, you know, I just step on it.
Well, I'm sitting down.
Does anybody not feel really good right now after just hugging each other and just smiling and greeting and being in each other's energy? You know, we talked a little bit earlier about opportunity and possibility. It's infinite, it's everywhere. Well, so is abundance. And abundance is all around you in every form you can imagine. There's plenty of air, there's plenty of love in this very room, there's plenty of everything. And the way that you can turn that abundance into something valuable for you is to let it flow through you. If you just keep all your money in a bag and keep all your stuff in a box, and it doesn't really have any value until you use it, until you let it flow through you and you use it for the benefit of whomever. And the thing is, we get to thinking, well, it may not be endless. That's only if you're afraid it won't be. And if you're afraid it won't be, probably it won't be. But if you know that there's always going to be enough of everything you need in this life to live that life, if that's what you believe, that's exactly the way it's going to be. Let's read together the affirmation of abundance, please. A consciousness of abundance is knowing that there is always enough. May we ponder that wisdom, sir. As we prepare for our practice this morning, let's sing together Only Believe, number 152 in the Wings of Song.
Good morning, everyone. I never get to see how many people are really here until I come up here, since I sit in the front. So today's practice really comes down to, actually, we were talking about abundance, and it really comes down to me, what is a very fundamental component of that, which is the abundance of our own energy. In the culture that we are living in, we tend to discount and discard the part of our consciousness that is below the surface. And I would include in this dreams, some of our earliest childhood memories, even things like body language. There's so many sources of abundance and information that we don't tend to tap into in this culture, in contrast to some where things like shamanism play a central role. So for our practice today, I want you to just kind of tune in, and you can put your hand on your high heart, as we've done many times before. I want you to just notice if a lot of your awareness and attention seems to be concentrated kind of in front of you. The body, the mind, even the energy field, these are all symbolic. Spirit communicates with us through the symbolism of our actual being. We tend to walk around with a lot of focus and a lot of weight, literally in the front of our aura, in the front of our energy field. So what happens if, in taking some conscious breaths together, we start to allow that energy to slowly, gently lean to the back? I want you to feel yourself literally leaning back in your seat, in your energy field. And in so doing, inviting that part of you that may be operating in a less conscious way to come into your present awareness, to provide you with support as the ground of your being. Let yourself really feel what it's like to slow down in this way, just for a moment. Just continue to rest in this space for another few breaths, just noticing how this feels different, perhaps, from your usual way of walking through the world. In you resides all the abundance, all the healing, all the joy that you could ever want or need. But you have to take the time to tap into it, as we're doing here together today. I encourage you to watch the recording on YouTube if you'd like to do this again later. And so it is. Namaste.
The next step, what could that possibly be? It could be anything, actually. But chances are, whatever step you take, if it does not step you out of your comfort zone, it's not going to be very valuable. It's going to be just like yesterday and last month, last week, last year. I don't think anybody that had a success experience doing anything took the steps it took to create that success in their comfort zone. That comfort zone, your subconscious mind, brain, keeps that a very safe place. It can be very uncomfortable, and I don't know why we call it a comfort zone, because some of us have been nursing the same agonies for decades. I know I have. And I don't think I'm too much different than anybody else. Maybe pretty good looking, where some people may not be. But we protect ourselves. We don't want any surprises. We know that we don't go to the bathroom till after we've had that second cup of coffee in the morning. We gown our whole life as one day after the other, and it's like carbon copy. Until we take that step out of our comfort zone. There are so many ways to do that. Natalie has led us in amazing practices. And I've been studying the last couple of years about the different meditations that have been developed that actually change your health, that actually change your outlook on the way you live your life. I've done a few times that heart-brain coherence meditation. They've been doing that about 10 years. There's actually data where it changes the pharmacy within inside of you that your brain creates. It changes everything about your chemistry, your biology. The way you think about things changes. And all that meditation does is help you become more connected with your unseen divine, your unseen power, your unseen intelligence. They've got a name for it now. It's called the quantum field. And you can get to this quantum field. It has no description. The scientists say, the doctors say, but when you lose all of your self-identity, when you lose all of your comfort zone, when you let go all your desires, all your fears, all your thoughts, and you are nothing but energy, you become part of that quantum field. And that has no limitations, not time, not space, not health, not thought. And I doubt that any of us is ever just going to go there and live, because I don't think we can in our life on this planet, in this society. But we can go there often. And we can take steps that will change our lives, change the outcome of the things we think and the things we do. But we have to make that first step out of the same old, same old. And most of us have had decades and decades to create this habitual lifestyle that we all seem to really happy to hang on to. And the older we get, the more habitual it becomes. But I've seen people in their 70s and 80s have mystical experience, have great healing experience, Monday night healings. Natalie leads meditations and processes and practices that make actual change in a person's wellness, whether it be physical wellness, spiritual wellness, mental wellness. It makes a difference. But you have to take that first step out of the same old, out of the habitual lifestyle. And the possibilities are infinite. And the experiences that you might encounter once you drop the same old, they could be undescribable, unimaginable. And they can be like discovering 3 whole new flavors of ice cream. Wow. I'm going to make today's talk a little short, and we'll get at our potluck and annual meeting and take care of some stuff. But I can't impress on you enough how if you just take a few minutes, whenever you can, and just try to get in touch with the divine that's within you. Think about all the habits that you do, how you live your day. Well, at 2 o'clock I take my nap, and at 3:45 I have a cup of tea, but I gotta have by 5:15 to put on the second part of the news because I don't like the guy that does the first part. And does that ring home with anybody? Does anybody else? Am I the only person that lives life like by habit? We do, we all do. We've been conditioned to do that. And we have short-sold ourselves out of so many fabulous experiences. Yesterday morning after we did set up for the cabaret, I stopped at Sherry's to have breakfast. And I saw this grandpa with his granddaughter. And they were doing the menu with the puzzle and the draw and the little games that you write on. And Grandpa and the little girl were doing it and laughing and having a ball. And most grandpas are just stuffy old guys. Where's my pipe? Where's my slippers? And will you tell that kid to shut up? They're driving me crazy. This grandpa and granddaughter were actually having joy. They were having an experience that neither one of them will forget, because both of them were doing something they probably don't do every day. They were stepping out of their comfort zone. How many grandpas will play the word games on the menu for the kids' menu? How many? Raise your hands. All right. We're a special bunch of people here. But that's just an example. And you can stop and think about, what are the things that I do by habit every day? You know, driving the car, that can be experiences. It can really be experience. Maybe just go for a drive and see what happens with no destination in mind. See where you end up. And some of us, maybe that's not such a good idea. But when we can take a step out of the normal, if we can get past this comfort zone that we've spent our entire lives creating, who knows? What was it Zeus said? Dr. Zeus said, who knows the things you'll see and the places you'll go? Maybe I got my poets all mixed up. That happens to people my age. We get things mixed up once in a while, but it's the thought that counts. Right, Wayne?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to encourage you that the world is full of possibilities, opportunities, and amazing experiences, and amazing beauty. How many of you just notice the beauty on your trip to and from here every Sunday? It changes almost every week. It's just amazing. This place we live is one of the most beautiful places in the world. We've got all the seasons, and you don't have to have a parka. And you don't have to have misters outside so your sinuses don't dry up and evaporate. And we can be at the ocean in 30 minutes. We can be skiing in the mountains in a couple of hours. It's amazing where we live. And this is like a special place of beauty. Every type of beauty you can think. Mendocino is like the artist capital of the Western United States. It's all right here. And we have grapes, a lot of grapes. So let's all of us maybe take a little step today as we go to our annual meeting and we think about all the possibilities that are in front of us as a congregation. Maybe let's all take a little step out of the comfort zone and maybe volunteer to do something we don't normally volunteer to do. We'll learn something new. But every time you step out of your comfort zone, you are stepping into the world of the unknown. And while it might be a little frightening, it's amazing. Trust me. It's truly amazing. And that's all I'm going to say today. And we're going to go over and start having our potluck and stuff. But first, we're going to sing A Family of Love, because that's what we are, every one of us in this room. We are all family.